Hello friends, welcome to this video. In this video, I am going to explain Heisenberg uncertainty principles and its application. Now, statement: according to Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, it is impossible to determine simultaneously the position and momentum of the particle with the desired accuracy. Okay, this can written in mathematicals way, that is del x del p is greater than or is equal to h upon 2 pi, okay, or del x dot del p is greater than or equal to h cross. Here h upon 2 pi we know that is h cross. Here del x is a uncertainty or error in the measurement of position of a particle, and del p is a uncertainty or error in a measurement of a momentum of the particles. It means that one of the quantity means if you measure position is accurate, the momentum is inaccurate, means error is occur in a momentum, means one of the quantities measure accurate, another quantities measure there is a error is introduced there, okay. uh, Means if one quantity is measured accurately, the other quantity become less accurate, okay. The same relation can hold for energy and time, okay. Delta t, that is the represent by energy, okay, uncertainty in the measurement of energy of a particle, and delta t is for time, okay, is greater than is equal to h upon 2 pi. Then another relation is with a angular momentum and angular displacement also, that is also greater than or is equal to h upon 2 pi, okay. This uncertainty principle uh, can prove, okay, we can prove that this uncertainty principles. The Heisenberg uncertainty principles can be proved by assuming that the particles in motion can be taken as group of waves, okay. As the particle velocity is equal to group of velocity, it means that particle is moving with group of waves, that group velocity is equal to particle velocity, okay. Now group velocity that can be obtained by superposing the two waves, minimum two waves train of same amplitude but slightly change in angular frequency and propagation constant, that is d omega and dk. D omega is slightly change in angular frequency and dk is the slightly change in propagation constant, okay. If these two waves are traveling in, suppose in a same line but in opposite direction, if there is a stationary waves is formed, this superposing these two waves, it is the stationary waves are formed, there is a loops of form, this is the loops, okay, this is like a stationary waves, okay. There are two loops here, I have draw here two loops, okay. This is the group of waves here interferes, okay. Here the node and antinode, here this is the node, this is also node, this is also node, this is antinode and antinode. Node means where the particle displacement is 0 or minimum here, okay. At antinode position there the particle displacement is maximum, means amplitude is maximum, that is the antinodes, okay. Now the particle is present within these two consecutive nodes, means particle is present inside these loops, okay, this loop inside, means what is the uncertainty in the measurement of position? Of course the positions between this node, it means that delta x is equal to lambda by 2, wavelength, because lambda is the, this is the 1 lambda wavelength, and this is the distance between two nodes, that is lambda by 2. If suppose lambda m is the modulated wavelength, therefore the measurement of position of particle is equal to the distance between two nodes, that is equal to lambda m by 2. Okay, and now from figure we have delta x is equal to lambda m by 2, that is lambda m is the modulated wavelength. Also we know k is equal to propagation constant is equal to 2 pi by lambda. Therefore this modulated wavelength delta m is equal to, here delta m is equal to lambda is goes to here and k is come to here. Therefore lambda m is equal to 2 pi upon km. Okay, there km means a modulated propagation constant. Okay, now but km is equal to, what is km? Km is equal to delta k upon 2, means change in, there is uncertainty in the propagation constant divided by 2, that is the modulated propagation constant. Del km is equal to del k upon 2. Therefore this modulated wavelength delta m is equal to, this is twice pi and km is equal to delta m delta k divided by 2, here delta k divided by 2, this 2 goes to upper, therefore 4 pi upon del k, this is the delta this is the lambda m, means modulated wavelength lambda m is equal to 4k upon del k. And now the from equation or from figure we know the uncertainty in the measurement of a position, there is a del x is equal to lambda m divided by 2, this is equation 1. Okay, from equation 1, therefore this delta x is equal to 2 pi upon del k. Okay, here you have to substitute here, suppose using equation 1, that is delta s, okay, here divided by 2 means 2 pi upon del k. Okay, therefore this del k is equal to this del x comes to here, means 2 pi upon del x. Now you have to give, this is the equation 2. Okay, since de Broglie's wavelength, we know the de Broglie's wavelength lambda is equal to h upon p, p is the momentum. Okay, and propagation constant k is equal to 2 pi by lambda. Therefore this k is equal to 2 pi, here the lambda means h upon p, here h upon p, therefore this 2 pi upon h and p is goes to upper, that is 2 pi upon h, this is the come to numerator, that is a p. Therefore del k, now take the suppose del values here both the side. Okay, that is uncertainty or average value, that is delta k is equal to 2 pi h and here del p. Therefore this del p is equal to h upon 2 pi into del k, this is suppose give the equation 3. Okay, equation 3, that is del p is equal to h upon 2 pi into del k. But we know the equation 2, that is that del k is equal to 2 pi upon del x. Okay, using this we get here's del pi h upon 2, here del k value from equation 2 you have to substitute the values of del k. Okay, here del k is equal to 2 pi upon del x. Therefore this is 2 pi get cancelled, and if del x is come to here, that is del x a multiplication of del p is greater than is equal to h is a Planck constant. But if you consider the single wave group under study, then you substitute del x is equal to 1 upon del k, del x is equal to 1 upon del k. Therefore the del k is equal to 1 upon del x using equation 3. Equation 3 means del p is equal to h upon 2 pi into del k. Okay, therefore del p is equal to h upon 2 pi, del k 1 upon del x, therefore del x into del p is greater than is equal to h upon 2 pi. Okay, where h is the Planck constant. Therefore we know h upon 2 pi, that is written in the form of h cross value. Okay, therefore del x dot del p is greater than is equal to h cross. Okay, which is the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, that is the del x is the uncertainty in the measurement of position of the particle, and del x is del p is the uncertainty of the measurement of momentum of a particle. Okay, means multiplication of uncertainty of position and momentum is greater than is equal to h cross. Okay, but in exact statement of Heisenberg uncertainty relation can be written as del x dot del p is greater than is equal to h cross by 2. This is the exact statement. Okay. Okay. Now you can say the application of this Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Here one application I have explained, that is the non-existence of electron in nucleus. We know the electron is not exist inside the nucleus, it is always in outside. Okay, that is proved by using this Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Okay, first the question, okay, in our mind, that is whether the electrons are present in the atomic nuclei or not. Okay, we know that typical radius of nucleus is about 10 to the power minus 14 meter. Okay, this is the radius of the nucleus. What is the radius of nucleus? 10 to the power minus 14 meter for an electron. Okay, to be confirmed, if the electron to be confirmed within such nucleus, the uncertainty in the measurement of position may not exceed the diameter. Okay, diameter of the nucleus, that is 2 into r0. Okay, 2 into r0 means r0 is the radius of nucleus, that is equal 2 into 10 to the power minus 14 meter, may not exceed exceed or greater than this position of the of electrons. Okay, and now we know the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. For the solving the problems, we have take only the equal to sign. Okay, del x dot del p is equal to h cross, you take the equal to sign. Okay, for problem solving, and now del p is equal to h cross upon del x. This is the for corresponding uncertainty of momentum. This is the momentum, del p is greater is equal to h cross upon 2x sorry del x. Okay, okay, this is the del p is equal to h cross upon del x. Now we know del p means uncertainty in the measurement of a momentum is equal to h upon del x. This is the first you calculate the value of h cross. H cross means h upon twice pi. Okay, h value, that is a Planck constant, h value is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34. Okay, here pi value you have to substitute 3.14, this 2, this gives 1.055 into 10 to the power minus 34. This is the value of h cross. Now what is the value of momentum? Okay, uncertainty moment del p, here you have to substitute. This is the value of h cross, and this is the uncertainty of measurement of position. Position means diameter of the nucleus, that is 2 into 10 to the power minus 14. Okay, this is equal to del p is nearly is equal to 5.28 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg meter per second. This is the momentum, uncertainty moment. This is the uncertainty in the momentum of electron. The momentum itself must be at least comparable in magnitude. This is the least value. Okay, now the kinetic energy, you calculate the kinetic energy of the electron of mass m. Okay, therefore kinetic energy K dot E is equal to p square upon 2m. Okay, what is p square? You have to value up, this is the p value means momentum value. Okay, that momentum value here you have to substitute, that is 5.28 into 10 to the power minus 21. Okay, that is square, and this is the value of mass. Mass of the electron is, we know, 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31. That is the mass of electron. Now this is the kinetic energy is equal to, you have to solve this, and this energy in the form of joule. Now this energy is converted to electron volt, therefore this divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, this energy is converted to in the form of electron hole, and this kinetic energy comes to 95.7 mega electron volt. This is the kinetic energy of electron. If suppose electron is present inside the nucleus, then the electron possesses this much kinetic energy. Okay, from above it follow that if the electron are present inside the nucleus, their kinetic energy must be of the order of these values. Okay, but experimental data gives that no electron in the atoms have energy greater than 4 mega electron volt. Okay, experimental data shows the in no electron in the atoms. Okay, the energy is greater than 4 mega electron volt. But what is our result? Our result is the electron kinetic energy is 95.7 mega electron volt. Okay, this is too much greater. It means that it is clearly shows that electron do not exist in the nucleus, means electron is always outside the nucleus. Okay, this is the by using Heisenberg uncertainty principle prove that electron is exist inside, not inside the nucleus, it is only outside the nucleus. Okay, thank you very much.